Jesus talking to Nicodemus in verse 3 says, Jesus answered him, most assuredly I say, unless one is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. So being born again causes you to be able to see. You can't see, and most of the times we're trying to convince people to see instead of actually understand the portal of vision is salvation. You don't get to see without salvation. The same way you don't get to see with salvation, guess what else you don't get to see? If you don't get to see, you won't get to see the kingdom if you don't have purity of heart. So this is why it's important that you don't get gummed up. Daggum. You can't get gummed up with all the junk festering from the people that have hurt your feelings, said bad things, gave you a thumbs down on social media, whatever petty stuff. Most of it's so petty that when you realize what you're allowing yourself to do is completely dull your senses, you would actually throw that stuff in the trash. You know, if you've been like overwhelmed by this kind of garbage, you would, if you knew what it was doing to you, you would trash your social media, forget those platforms, and you would say, I don't have time for this nonsense. Because if it affects you in that way, it doesn't belong in your life. You can't afford to not be able to see. You can't afford to not know where you're going. Vision comes from the purity of heart, and vision comes from being born again, so we can see the kingdom of God.